Number 1. 1000 Years of Pain Jutsu in Naruto is actually called Kancho and is something in Japanese culture. 1000 Years of Death, Konoha's hidden secret taijutsu initially seen used by Kakashi on Naruto, is more than a simple-minded gag technique. While appearing quite impractical, the technique can be quite handy if used properly. During the first bell test, Kakashi was able to throw Naruto quite far, probably propelling him with chakra. Though Naruto would later find out that the idea behind the technique was to target opponent's blind spot, and when one substitutes their fingers for a kunai with an explosive tag, it can be a lethal technique. This was shown when Naruto dared to use it against Shokaku, the one-tailed beast. Well, you guys probably knew all of that, but this technique is actually based on a Japanese prank called Kancho. It is performed by collapsing the hands together in the shape of an imaginary gun and attempting to poke an unsuspecting victim's anus, often while exclaiming Kancho. It was so popular that an arcade game was developed by TAF System, a South Korean company. The game is called Bunga Bunga, or Kancho Gimu in Japanese. It is also known as Spankum. The object of the game is to score points by spanking or performing Kancho on a model of a human posterior embedded in the game's cabinet. A plastic finger is attached to the machine for a player to perform the latter, poking the finger inside the anus. The game features 8 characters which players can punish: ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, gangster, mother-in-law, gold digger, prostitute, child molester, and con artist. During gameplay, the facial expressions of the chosen characters displayed on the monitor. Well, Kancho might seem like it's all fun and games to some, however unfortunately this prank was also used as a form of bullying amongst Japanese and Korean children. So guys, if you're not in Japan or Korea, in fact even if you are, please don't try this on some random strangers like shown in Naruto, as it can be quite painful and it's actually make you land in jail, bro. Number 2. The concept of hand signs. The hand seals in Naruto are a form of mudra, which are symbolic ritual gestures associated to Hinduism and Buddhism. Mudra are used in everyday life, from religious practices to dances and going throughout martial arts as well. The most well-known mudra is probably Anjali Mudra, which often accompanies the greeting Namaste. Mudra also has strong associations to esoteric Buddhism, particularly the Tendai and Shingon sects. The Buddhism and mudra is used to facilitate meditation. It can also be used to convey a certain concept into the user. For example, a right hand raised with palm facing outwards means no fear, and grants the user that concept's blessings through their meditation. These gestures are supposed to generate spiritual focus and power, which then are manifested in some way externally. However, the use of mudra in ninjutsu is undetermined, and there is very little evidence showing its use by the earliest ninjas who roamed our earth, so it's highly likely that it was introduced to the ninja world by Kishimoto himself. Although the use of hand seals in ninjutsu is plausibly entirely made up by Kishimoto, the concept of seals are not. Just like they are used as ways of focusing energy during Buddhist meditation, they are represented in a similar manner in Naruto's universe. So in the real world, the hand seals are used for a meditative practice and supposed to help a user get into a certain state of mind, and in Naruto's universe, Kishimoto decided to use these ancient signs in a different way, but their purposes are basically the same. The user performs hand seals in order to gather or mold chakra, which means that he is entering a certain state of mind when he does so. Also, when a user masters a jutsu, he needs to perform less or no signs at all before he can do it, which means that the meditation phase before the use of the jutsu can be skipped or sped up. Similar to how one meditates, the easier it gets for him to get into that state of meditation, for example. However, Kishimoto created his own mudra signs based on Oriental zodiacs. The seals in Naruto are from the 12 Chinese zodiacs, which are basically the 12 animals that name the years, and the properties of each hand seal representing what animal qualities are. For example, Tora, tiger seal, is fire. So it all kind of makes sense. So take a look at this table and you guys can figure it out for yourselves. Number 3. The concept of chakra. The concept of chakra in Naruto is not exactly new. Similar to mudra, it is based from the teachings of Hinduism and Buddhism. The word chakra derives from the Sanskrit word meaning wheel as well as circle and cycle. In some Indian religions, a chakra is thought to be an energy point or node in the subtle body meaning non-physical. Chakras are believed to be part of the subtle body and as such are the meeting points of the non-physical energy channels called Nandi. Nandi are believed to be the channels in the subtle body through which life force or vital energy moves. Various scriptural texts and teachings present a different number of chakras. It's believed that there are many chakras in the subtle human body according to the tantric texts, but there are 7 chakra points that are considered to be the most important ones. This ideology of chakra is prevalent in Naruto. In Buddhism, the Sanskrit term sakra is used in a different sense of circle, referring to the conception of rebirth consisting of 6 states in which beings may be reborn. This conception doesn't seem to relay back to Naruto's universe, however Kishimoto did use this as a foundation of the Sage of Six Paths. In the Naruto universe, chakra is essential to even the most basic technique. It is exerted through various methods, the most common of which is hand seals. Chakra can be controlled and manipulated to create an effect that would not be possible otherwise, such as walking on water, exhaling fire, or creating illusions. Chakra is ordinarily not visible to unaided eye unless it's highly concentrated or manifested in large amounts. The Naruto universe utilizes chakra in a more advanced form than ours, obviously stretching far from reality. However, like most storytellers, Kishimoto tends to sway a compelling story as he goes balls deep into the science and origin of chakra and how the knowledge of it came to spread within the world of the shinobis. In the history of chakra in Naruto, chakra originally belonged to Shinju. When Kaguya ate the fruit that Shinju bore, she became the first person in history to wield chakra. With her newfound power, she ended all the wars that plagued the lands. Her sons, Hamura and the Sage of Six Paths, were the first people to be born with chakra. The Sage of Six Paths spread the chakra to others through a practice called Ninshu, intending to create peace by using the chakra to connect people's spiritual energy so that they would understand one another without even talking. However, the people did not use chakra in the way that he hoped, instead using it to connect their inner spiritual and physical energies. Referring back to Hinduism, of course, they used the inner chakra to amplify and weaponize it, creating what we now know as ninjutsu. Since being spread by the Sage of Six Paths, chakra has become a form of life energy that all individuals produce to some degree. Those who run out of chakra will die. Produced within the chakra coils that mainly surround and connect to each chakra producing organ. The energy circulates throughout the body in a network called the chakra pathway system, which is similar to the cardiovascular system. Certain groups such as shinobi have learned to generate more chakra and release it outside their bodies through pressure points called tenketsu in order to form jutsu. Chakra is not normally visible to the human eye, though it can be seen in a situation where a person releases as much of the chakra as possible. This is rarely seen due to the restrictions of the 8 specific tenketsu known as the 8 gates, which limit the amount of chakra an individual can release at a single given time. Chakra is created when the 2 other forms of energy known collectively as one stamina are molded together. Physical energy is collected from each and every one of the body's cells and can be increased through training, stimulants and exercise. Spiritual energy is derived from the mind's conscious and can be increased through studying, meditation and experience. These 2 energies becoming more powerful will in turn make the created chakra more powerful. Therefore, practicing a technique repeatedly will build up experience, increasing one's spiritual energy and thus allowing more chakra to be created. As a result, the ninja is able to do the same technique with more power. This same cycle applies for physical energy, except the ninja needs to increase their endurance instead. In the Naruto universe, chakra seems to reflect its owner's personality as well and emotions to some extent. Karen describes Naruto's chakra as bright and warm, while she describes Sasuke's as dark and cold. In addition, individuals can create imprints of their conscious out of chakra that act separately from themselves and may outlive them, as seen with Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki's chakra present within their sons Number 4. The concept of Hokage. Kage literally means shadow, and it is the title reserved for the leader of one of the 5 great shinobi hidden villages. They're collectively known as the 5 Kage or Gokage, literally meaning 5 shadows. A Kage oversees the activities of their village, from sending ninja on missions and to making hard decisions regarding the safety of their people. A village's Kage is generally acknowledged as its most powerful ninja. Each village has its own name for its Kage. How a Kage is appointed appears to differ from village to village. In Konoha, the Hokage typically appoints their successor. If the Hokage dies or is otherwise incapacitated before they can choose a successor, the selection falls to the Land of Fire's daimyo. For example, in Kumo, after the 3rd Hokage's death, his son automatically became the 4th. If a Kage should ever choose to retire, they will keep their title for the rest of their life, and can assist the new Kage with decision making and other responsibilities. A retired Kage can even return to full-time leadership if the successor dies, as the 3rd Hokage did when the 4th Hokage gave his life to save Konoha. Because Jinchuriki are so important to their village, it is a tradition for the Jinchuriki to be a relative of the current Kage, both to strengthen the Jinchuriki's loyalties to the village and to display the Kage's might. For example, Killer Bee is the adoptive brother of the 4th, and Gaara is the son of the 4th Kazekage. Kishimoto used leaders of our world to inspire the creation of Kages. The Hokage rock seems to be inspired from Mount Rushmore. Number 5. The concept of ninjas. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Naruto and real ninjas, but before we do that, I have to print down what exactly I'm looking at. The ninja in Japan is a very ambiguous warrior because they have had so many different names throughout history. Widely known as terms such as shinobi or ninja are used more commonly today, but the Japanese assassins has been called names such as Kusa, Nokizaru, Kamari and more. For this analysis, we'll be focusing on the most prominent proponents of the word ninja, which are Aiga and Koga clans from the Japanese Warring States period. These 2 clans were used as the main inspiration for creating the pop cultural sensation of the ninja. Naruto's organization. Okay, it's probably no surprise to you guys that ninjas in the Naruto are divided between Genin, Chunin and Jonin. The inspiration for that system comes straight from the Aiga and Koga organizational style. Now there's a few distinct differences between the Naruto system and the one of old. Remember in Naruto when the Hokage was explaining the different mission levels, Genin were assigned to very low level tasks. The Aiga and Koga Genin perform assassinations and castle assaults along with the Chunin and Jonin. Jonin in Naruto perform a leadership role, and that's no different than the one given to the ninja of old. Now let's talk about Naruto's weapons and skills. The kunai in Naruto has an almost identical look to its historical ancestor and has differences mainly in its usage. Naruto depicts kunai mostly as throwing weapons and also as hand-to-hand combat weapons. How is this different than real ninja? The ninja use these mostly as tools. Ninja missions would last multiple days, so surviving off the land was a very important skill. The kunai was used to cut, scrape and dig in outdoor survival and could be thrown if need be. What about how Naruto characters can walk on water? Meet the Mizugumo. Legend has it that ninja used these to cross water by attaching these to their feet. The ninja might have also used the inflated animals' skins and used it to float across bodies of water. You know how Naruto characters use smoke to conceal themselves and others? Real ninjas did that too. Specifically, it was called Norishi no Jutsu, concealment via smoke. Naruto and movies have often used a smoke bomb as a rapid exploding weapon to escape sudden situations. In reality, the limited explosive technology of the era made this kind of rapid exploding smoke bomb impossible. More likely, smoke pots were ignited and let alone to fill the space with smoke, with the use of simple firecrackers to divert enemy attention. So now let's take a look at shuriken. There are few exceptions, but the most common shuriken looks like this in Naruto. How is this different from the historical ninja? Well, first of all, ninjas didn't use the huge shuriken like they do in Naruto. It simply isn't practical for assassins. Ninjas were innovators. There were no organizations that regulated one style of shuriken. They tried many different styles of shuriken to find the most effective form. How about chakra modifiers from Naruto, like the soldier provision pills? Did ninja knew something like that? Chakra modifying aspect is certainly not in historical ninja, but the usage of provisional pills to help as feudal energy bars did exist. The Kakatsu Gan was a hunger and thirst quencher. When on missions, 3 were consumed a day. Remember, ninjas had to travel light, and the use of small Kakatsu Gan made them effective tools on longer missions. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed going balls deep in Naruto again, and yeah, that's how I say Naruto and blah 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 blah.
Russell, your show was mind blasting! Mind blasting! You mean mind blowing? No, anything can blow your mind. This blasted my mind. It was...
Yeah, this video took quite a lot of effort to make. Please press the like button and, you know, show your support. Comment below what blew your mind the most, and let us know what your favorite ninja is in Naruto itself. I really would like to know. We will be covering Samurai Champloo and One Punch Man in our next 10 things, but it takes us a week to do this. This whole essay of 5 mind-blowing Naruto was 3,000 words, literally. So please press the like button and subscribe and support us, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Woo! Oh my god, I'm so tired.